Ah. Now, we had one person who earned greatly from taking his whole company and going public on the stock market and opening the entire Indian stock market. Here's a case of the reverse. Where's the root of the 7th house?
It's in Pisces.
The root of the 7th house
Aquarius.
is over here. This is not Pisces. Aquarius.
Okay.
Correct.
Sorry.
There are two rooters of the 7th house, right? There are two. One, Lord Mars, there. The other Ketu,
Ketu?
there.
Yes.
Two are there. Now, where's the Aruda Lagna? It's joined Pisces. Okay. That's good. It should be joined, right? Should be joined. It's supposed to be good. Shrimanta. Now, what do you think of this yoga over here? 11th from Aruda Lagna. Lakshmi, Shrimanta.
Mm-hmm.
He earns from mining. Or at least he used to. He used to mine after steel. Saturn is there with Rahu, mining. Okay. Same as the previous chart, just no mining, just oil, raw minerals. And this one came up, Rahu, mining after steel, metals. Shani is the raw materials of the ground, of the earth. Rahu is there, mining after them.
And
Moon guaranteed earnings from it.
Guruji, what is shipping then? Is there Shani moon?
Shani Venus.
Shani Venus.
Now, this is all going on in the 9th house from Lagna. 9th house is your fortune, Bhagya.
Mm-hmm.
So, there could be some issues with your fortune with this placement.
Especially with Rahu in 9.
Yes. So what happens? The Kendra to the Aruda Lagna are empty. No Rashi Drishti to any Kendra. No Grahas there. The Aruda of the 7th house calculated from Mars. Wait. Dharapada, though Mars, and A7 Ketu Dharapada through Ketu. Did very well in service. He did very well in service. How do we see that?
Eight.
The Ketu one is well placed. Correct? So Ketu means being headless. If you're headless, then you're sort of in service, right?
Aruda, the 6th house is there, right?
Yeah, that's how being serious. Aruda of the 6th house is with Ketu also. Okay, he got the President's Gold Medal for mining design in Rahu Dasha, Ketu Antardasha.
There's just a slight L missing there.
Yeah, I know, it says God metal, it's gold metal. Now, Atma Karaka is Saturn. Atma Karaka Saturn is lording over this Aruda of the 7th house, calculated from Mars. This was badly placed from Aruda Lagna, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if this one is loaded by Saturn and goes to 9th house, we're going public. Then it gets very interesting. Okay. 9th lord from Aruda Lagna, Mars, is in 6th 8th relationship with Saturn. Why would you see 9th lord from Aruda Lagna? 9th lord from Aruda Lagna?
What?
What do you think? What do you think? Well, who will protect you? Yes. It can also be superiors. Superiors. Okay? And this is badly placed from this Saturn. Now, what happens? Indira Gandhi gets assassinated 12 days before his public issue. That means taking his company public, and before it fails. After those 12 days, business collapsed.
Why is it connected with Gandhi's assassination?
Because the leaders of the country have to support this. Indira Gandhi was supporting his entire mining operation, and she was the one who gave him the gold medal. As soon as she died, 12 days after, a new government took over. Out went the mine. Notice this. The Aruda Lagna and the A7 here are badly placed. And this Saturn which lords over this A7 is in 9th house, causing Durbhagya Yoga. Saturn and Rahu over there is a very bad yoga. It means your life is going to become very terrible after that. And Moon is joined there, guaranteeing it. Though it shows income from mining. So what happened? The business partners just took over his business. Why was the split between the business partners? A7, bad relationship.
Just like Ambani.
Just like Ambani, yes. But with Ambani, there's no Rahu in Marnakakstan.
Is it purely the Rahu and Marnakakstan doing?
Isn't it also the Lord of this A7 placed
Yes.
here?
Yes. So he will get the taste of Marnakakstan in that A7.
If he had stuck to this A7, he'd be fine. They should never have gone public. Jupiter is the Lord of this A7. It's not linked to the 9th house. No link. If he had stayed with this Jupiter in 6th house, again service, if he'd stayed here, it'll be fine. As soon as this A7 got activated and he went public, everything was shattered. So if you have two A7s, be very considerate of which one you choose. You could infer, okay, maybe this would have gone fine, this A7. He may have split for some partners and then got lots of Raj Yoga. But the lords of these is one Rahu and Marnakakstana, and Saturn Atmakarka with that Rahu is not good. Does that make sense?
Yes.
He didn't have also astrologer.
Yes, he had three. He had three. This man's own father was the best astrologer in Orissa, but he didn't listen to him.
That comes to show
His
you.
brother was one of the best astrologers in the entire place. Again, brother.
Brother.
First his father, best astrologer. Brother, best astrologer. His own son is one of the best astrologers in the world. He didn't listen to any of them. Why?
Rahu.
Saturn and Rahu in 9th house. No way. Especially Saturn in 9th house. That not likely one will listen easily.
So he won't listen to advisors.
Don't like listen.
He didn't listen to anybody. He did what he wanted. You know what he said? He said, no. Only the mathematics is good to learn. He was a good engineer.
Sandra's father, right?
Wow.
Didn't listen to anybody. Did what he wanted. And so
Transition.
this happened.
It's an irony, eh? To be so good at something and they're not using it.
This is Sanjay's one?
And where is the
He didn't listen to anybody. Nobody.
even forward, Sandra?
Sorry? He was warned. Before he started going public, he was warned, don't do it. Do not do it. It is bad for you. They told him clearly.
No.
He said, no, this partner will do well, the government supports, how can it go bad, I got the gold medal, he did it, collapse. He spent the rest of his time in court cases trying to get it back. See all these plans in 6th house? Never won anything back. Never.
Oh, how can he? That the yoga in 6th house is.
No. And if Mercury had associated with this 11th house, Maruda Lagna, maybe he could have got it back. But it's
So-
not. How will he win to court case? He's not getting anything from court case. He's
Not-
getting more loss.
Lagna Lord is also Mayanakanta. Not
If you have Taurus Lagna, and the Lagna Lord is in Libra, then you will only be thinking about fighting, you will have bad health, and if somebody starts a court case with you, you will not stop. But you'll be very intelligent. Because you can argue with everybody. The same thing happens for Scorpio Lagna, Mars in 6th house. The only difference is with Scorpio Lagna, they can choose to go to Ketu. They don't have to go to Mars. That's the only difference.
These guys, because it's not dual lordship, have no choice. They must go there.
Our moon is also, oh never mind.
Okay, you throw a little bit of curry on top of that.
Saturn.
And where is the support from the government?
Yeah,
and
tell me.
loss of the support from the government.
Tell me, where's the support for government? Oh, the support for government.
Well, sun would signify government or king, wouldn't it?
9 to
He
10
got
from
a
Maruda
prize for the President's Gold Medal.
Yeah.
That means he was honored with something. But in fact, it was a whole private company. It was a private company, and he got a medal because the company did well. It wasn't a government, it wasn't a nationalized company, it wasn't a government company. Okay? In fact, the company also suffered from nationalization because the partners were in cahoots with the government.
Shame.
Okay.
So also Sanjay rules. Sanjay's one.
They had so much wealth that they would consider taking the helicopter to school. So much. And that to that back then in India. I mean, he would have. This would be 1964. Helicopter to school, India. You know how much money that is?
And now they don't have that much.
They barely have a house. He lives in an apartment. Forget his many hectare estate. He lives in an apartment now. This one yoga. Saturn Rahu Yoga. Preta dosha.
He did
Shraddha dosha. Has
he
to
did-
be remedied.
He did not bury his father or mother correctly in the previous life. Suffering from a dosha.
Even in this life, he had serious problems with his father. That is why he didn't learn Jyotish himself. Because he didn't want to listen to his father. He said his father was
yes.
being very harsh on him. He learned the mathematics. He's very good at mathematics. What he can do mentally is marvelous. The rest he didn't want to learn. Taurus Lagna,
Yeah,
you
you're
have
told,
difficulty learning Jyotish.
yeah, you're told the whole spiritual aspect you have difficulty
difficult.
You
understanding.
have difficulty appreciating the spiritual aspect of Jyotish. For them, they'll ask, how can they make more money of it? Like, he will see people's charts. He will see people's charts, not for consultations. Business partnerships. Can I trust him? Where's Rahu? Where's this? Where's that? Kapata Yoga, he'll check. He'll check. He knows a bit of Jyotish. He'll check it. But only for business purposes.
Is he still among us, or has he passed?
Yeah, he's a bit old now. He's still among us.
He's in,
Let's see King Henry. Ah. Six marriages. He has this nice
DBL.
abbreviation here. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, lived. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, lived. Yes.
How do you differentiate between died and
Cuts his head.
divorced?
Heard of.
Decapitated.
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 Or if you use decapitated, then it'll be DDDDDL. DDDDL.
King Henry the what? The 8th.
What you give to the world is seen from the A7. How is this A7?
School blind.
Well placed.
Arulang.
From Arulagnas and Trines, right?
Mm.
Correct.
From UL. But the fifth part.
You just have to see from Arulagna.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, both of them are nicely placed. One is in 9th, one is in 2nd.
One is in second from Arulagna.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one is over here. So this one is better, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one he likes. Better experience.
Mhm.
More love, better marriage. And this is the one he doesn't like. Divorce will happen and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you think this A7 is dealing with Saturn and Rahu on each side?
It's he's feeling imprisoned.
Especially with Rahu debilitated over there. Chinnamasta. Rahu, Nicha. So the one he marries gets this.
Because he keeps
The one he doesn't like, he divorces. And what happens to her? Ketu Venus, she goes to monastery. It's true. One divorced and went to monastery. Became a nun. That was his first one. No, not the first one, honestly. The first one it didn't happen. No, it didn't happen.
amazing.
So, what is better? For who is this better? Okay. For who is it better? Good question.
It's more a question of what is less worse.
Yes. What are you giving to the world? So, don't just say, oh, Arun Lagnas and tries to A7, we should strengthen this A7. Yes, he'll get married, he will have lots of wealth, happiness, Srimanta Yoga, kids, and that lady is likely to have a bit of discomfort, to say the least.
You're being very kind if you say
Very
that.
kind when I say that. Let's try and see. Upapada is here, first Upapada, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this is first Vivaha. This one is supposed to be divorced. Alright. Second therefore from has A7. So he falls in love with somebody else. This lady he falls in love with.
Mm-hmm.
So they divorce. Okay? Divorced. This is the one who survived. She got away. Then, 8 from that is next to Upapada, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it goes over here, Jupiter Sun. Alright. Now, the Jupiter Sun Yoga here is very nice. Nice person, nice everything. Second house from there is having Mercury. That's not a big problem. No problem really.
Aspected by Rahu.
Aspected by Rahu. Okay. Okay. The Lord.
Sun.
And
Now I'm
Shani.
getting into Upapada. The Lord is going to decide what ruins the relationship. So where's the moon?
In it, Rashtrama.
Maranakarakstana.
Mm.
And not just any Maranakarakstana. This is moon Maranakarakstana. This can cause people to die. Mars Moon Yoga. Wait, it has a name, doesn't it? Rudra Yoga.
And 12.
And it is definitely Rudra Yoga now. Now it is definitely Rudra Yoga. Moon Mars Yoga can be Shashi Mangala, lots of wealth. It can be. But if moon is badly placed, then it's Rudra instead.
Well, it's also a cursed moon, isn't it? Because there's an aspect of Rahu.
Mars and Rahu and Saturn all cursing that moon. So next one was beheaded. Okay. 8 from here is
Shani.
Shani. Okay. Okay. Shani is over here. Can guarantee a marriage. Second they're from. How's that?
It is
Second they're from is
Aquarius.
Aquarius. One is loaded by one Saturn and one Rahu.
Oh.
This Rahu is debilitated, so this person will have ill health. His third spouse will have ill health.
Should also be from a lower. Yeah, of course, he's a king. So he didn't marry a queen. as
No,
a
no, this isn't lower caste because the Lord of the same is not badly placed. You can say it's in 6th house, so yes, it is lower. It's not royalty. Okay? The Lord of second Prabhupada is debilitated, she will have ill health. Well, she died. Why did she die? I don't remember why she died. We'll see in the next slide. After that, where's the next Upapada?
It's from there.
8 there from?
That's back
Here
to
in Leo.
Yeah.
Leo. Okay. Second there from? Mars.
Yeah.
Moon, Mars Yoga is threatening, see that?
again, same yoga.
But the Mercury is the Lord of this.
So not beheaded.
But
Mercury will decide. So Mercury is over here. Mercury is in 12th house from Lagna. Mars is in 2nd house from Lagna. This Mars gets activated, becomes strong. Mercury out. Argala? Argala can decide this? It can?
Yes.
It can? What happened to her?
Why divorced, huh?
Huh?
Why not beheaded?
Because Mercury is not, this is Mercury loading.
Mhm.
Had this been, if Mars loaded or Moon loaded, beheading could have happened. But it wasn't. Mercury loads, so Mercury will decide what ends the marriage. But I'll tell you what was really happening. This is the Upapada, see?
Mhm.
She saw that he wants to kill her, so she divorced.
In
Was
order
he
not
what?
to
In
be
order not to be
Is he a
beheaded.
mad king or what?
Okay, she was the smart one, she saw this.
Mad.
Now next Upapada, after Leo is? Right, she's Moon over there.
beheaded.
Same.
But no, we have to see second there from.
Huh.
Second, no planets.
Mars.
Lord is Mars.
Mars.
Mars, Moon Yoga. What?
It's funny because
See that? Did you see that? This is the Upapada. Second there from, no planets. Lord is Mars. Mars is here. Mars Moon Yoga gets activated again. Beheaded.
He wanted a son, right?
Yeah, he was totally about that. And also there are a bunch of other complications. One of the ladies really played him. One of those sisters. I don't know which one. Now, last one. 8 from here, Libra. Any problems here?
Rahu in second. Definitely problem.
Ill health?
Yes.
Ill health?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Now, one Lord is Mars, beheading. One Lord is Ketu, over here, Venus.
So she
Did
must.
she go to monastery or was she beheaded?
Good question. Which is stronger?
Well,
Ketu.
Ketu. So she doesn't get beheaded.
but she definitely suffers in a very relationship.
Health problem?
Yeah.
Blood complaints? Definitely.
And Papa Katri also.
On where?
Papa
She's
Yeah,
here.
Mother
Oh,
Rahu,
this one.
yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Maybe King became old ages after this. Which
Oh, he went through them very fast. Honestly, he did. He was
Oh,
very
he's a
active.
king, he
High
can-
libido, apparently.
He's a king. He can take what he wants. Happy times.
Now, I want you to go one step further.
How can we understand the love relation of between
Venus only. Only Venus.
Upapada Lord with Lagna Lord?
No, Venus. Venus.
If
Venus will do it. Look, if Venus is in Kendra to the Upapada, you love the person.
Can we say that this?
Also Kona.
Can we
Kona
say
is
that-
best. Then you really love the person. Otherwise, you don't really love. Sorry?
Can we say that that this guy had a serious problem with relationships in general because Ketu is Mahashunya with Venus?
Mahashunya. Very nice. Nice wording. Yes, you could say that, but it doesn't guarantee that. Okay?
But he will have some issues. No?
Yes, you can say that. I mean, it's certainly not a clean Venus, so it's not easy for him to relate in relationships. I can tell you that. Upapada is here. You see this?
Mm-hmm.
So Venus is in Kendra to that.
Is it guaranteed? Venus is there. Is love marriage.
It need not be love marriage, but you love the person. You will love the person. Truly you will. Okay. But then some lady come and confused him. Second left from. So he went over there and married that same lady. See, Jupiter's Lord of this placed over here. Okay? And she confused him so much that he realized when she had confused him that okay, second left from is Lord of my moon, we will take care of her that way. Okay? And let me just see something. Yes, now. You see this A7 over here, which is definitely better placed from the Urula Lagna. And causes first divorce, right? This one over here. This causes first divorce. Second for Upada A7. Right? So this is the first divorce. And not only is it divorce, this A7, which is lorded by Jupiter, is placed over here. Which means he marries this A7. This is the second Upapada. When you see such combinations, check. The cause of breakage of that marriage is because you're marrying the other person. Right there from.
Second.
Okay? Now, see, when this happened, this was the major issue in England. Major issue. It completely shattered the country after this. See, we know that this A7 has Papakartra Yoga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it is Sagittarius. When he divorced his first spouse, she was Catholic and he was Protestant. The Catholics did not want this divorce, they did not allow it. They did not recognize it as being a legitimate divorce.
Oh, it's that guy.
And as a result, because of this first divorce, the entire Catholic Church in England was destroyed. Because of this first relationship. And why do I say church? This is Sagittarius. Churches. So what are you giving to the world? Whether good or bad, it is the A7.
Usually, when a relationship falls, okay, it's indicated by second bhava from Papada Lagna, but also the implication related to that bhava are falling down.
Yes, it is true that Baba will fall, and he's the king, so it will fall. But keep in mind this, his A7 is also there. That means he is the cause. What are you giving to the world is A7. That's what I said first. We may look at his relationships run around the chart, but then we end up with his A7 is here. What he will give to the world is related to Sagittarius and churches. And that's under Papakartri, so the churches will fall. If his marriage will fall because of second from, his A7 will also fall. This is the churches of England, it will fall. So please look a bit further than just A7 and relationships. It is what you give to your world, how you interact with your world. Okay? Have I given you a new perspective on A7?
Mm-hmm.
Is A7 showing my relationship or other partners' relationships?
Your relationship with the whole world. And it's also your relationships, not other partners, your own. He ruined the Catholic Church and its monasteries in England.
Oh.
Henry's first wife, Catherine of Aragon, was the widow of his older brother. Arthur confessed that she was a virgin even after a year of marriage. This was his father's dying wish. He divorced from the Catholic Church and then divorced her. Then the Catholic Church fell in England. And then came this lady. Anne Boleyn, second wife, mother of Queen Elizabeth I, beheaded after trial for adultery. She was accused of having an affair with her own brother. This lady, Anne Boleyn, she was accused of having an affair with her own brother, which was seen as a sin and witchcraft in England. That's why she was executed. But the reason was she was desperately trying to have a child, and she got pregnant, and then she had a miscarriage. She was desperately doing this to keep her place as queen and also to ensure that her king was happy with her. When she miscarried, she was trying to force her own brother to have intercourse with her so that she could conceive a child. In desperation. Because if it became known to the king that she had lost a child, he may consider divorcing her. So when she tried that act, somebody saw what she was trying to do, and with the brother, and said it to the king, confessed to the king. And though they say that they're not sure that it actually happened, they think that the brother ran away, chickened out, in other words. Which is probably a good thing. He was the only one with a straight head at the time, I assume. And but yet they accused her based on what other people said. So she was beheaded for that. Jane Seymour died in childbirth and gave a male heir to the throne. It was all about getting a son. Daughters they couldn't have, apparently. Anne of Cleves, a German princess, political marriage, divorced and became king's sister. Catherine Howard beheaded for treason, based on a bill passed a few days before trial and beheaded. That's a nice plan, eh? You pass a law just before so you can kill your wife. My God. Catherine Parr outlived the king. There's no doubt if the Aruda Lagna is in 6th or 8th that domestic harmony is disturbed. If the Aruda Lagna is in 12th from the A7, the native becomes diabolical to spouse. Keep this in mind. And if in the reverse, if A7 is in the 12th house, spouse becomes evil. So AL in 6th means spouse is inimical. If in 8th, then native is inimical to spouse. So that means if A7 is in, if this case AL is in 6th from A7, okay? Then spouse is inimical towards you, because you become the enemy. So whoever's in 6th house is the enemy. Okay. 12th house shows who is diabolical towards who. So, if the AL is in 12th house from A7, the native is diabolical towards spouse. Why? Because your second from Aruda Lagna is where you're feeding from. You eat that person for breakfast, according to you. Okay, second from AL. If this is in second from A7, what? Wait. If AL is in 12th from A7, yes, then it becomes 12th. And the rest, if A7 is in 12th house, it becomes evil. Spouse, yes. If A7 is in the 12th, exactly as I said, then second from A7 is you. So that means then the spouse will take you for granted. In any case, it all depends on planets, aspect signs, and Upapada as well, to see exactly how the dynamics are going. Because if you have 6 spouses here like this fellow, then it's going to change for each relationship. Who did what? But this is the general trend. Break.
Thank you.